And now I know the only compass that I need is the one that leads back to you. And I know the only compass that I need, oh, is the one leads back to you. And the burning blisters on my feet will call to hold me as I'm close to fall. Away from the home of your arms I stray, off the radar and into harm's way. Now I know the only compass that I need, oh, is the one that leads back to you.
欢迎收看《荒野大镖客：救赎林的模拟实况解说》第37期，我是老王。刚才这段 BGM 原本是刚弄死完达奇回比车之愿这一段的，但是当时那一段我没录，所以这一段就重新自己配了一段。我们接着来做任务。胡汉三回来了。
Abigail! Jack! Anyone here? Anyone home? Oh, darling. I never thought I'd see this day again.
You no-good hillbilly piece of shit! I thought you was dead! I thought you was dead, John, huh? Where you been? Where you been?
You know where I've been, darling. You know.
You saw Dutch, didn't you?
Yeah, I saw him.
And Bill?
Yeah, I saw him too.
And you didn't go back to him?
I left that life. Just as you left yours. How'd they treat you?
Oh, I can take care of myself, John. One guard got funny on me one time, but I wasn't so ladylike and he didn't try it again. Nor no one else.
How's the boy?
Oh, like you. And like me. Well, he's like a kid growing up without a father.
That ain't fair.
What is fair?
Well, some trees flourish, others die. Some cattle grow strong, others are taken by wolves. Some men are born rich enough and dumb enough to enjoy their lives. Ain't nothing fair, you know that.
We tried to change. I mean, ain't that what you're supposed to do?
We did change. And it's over now.
终于回来了，都回来了。
Jack! Jack, come here, boy.
Hello, sir.
Come here. How you been?
Coyotes ate all the chickens and poachers took the cattle. I tried, Father. I tried.
I know you did, son. I know.
And don't you go blaming me, boy. Don't you go blaming me.
I ain't blaming no one, old man, but since you're still alive, there's 4 mouths to feed. And no cattle.
That's a nice way to greet somebody. Why don't I get the warm and tender embrace?
Consider the fact I ain't put a bullet in your embrace, old man. You were supposed to look after the place.
I did. Well, I did my best. Thing is, there was too many of them. I thought you was dead. I wasn't drinking.
Hold your excuses until you figured out which one to use. Jack, go get your bags packed, boy. We got work to do. We leave in the morning. Go on.
Yes, sir.
Where are you going?
Well, it's getting kind of dark now, but in the morning we've got to go get ourselves some more cattle. I've got friends at McFarland's ranch. It's over in Hennigan's stead who can sell us some. Now, Abigail, I hope you learned to cook.
Yes, didn't I say? Rather than some prison, they actually kept me incarcerated in a cooking school for young ladies.
二代艾比盖尔的厨艺是出了名的难吃，不过现在看来应该好点了，至少约翰不抱怨了。哦，这一身就是约翰时期能拿到了最后一件衣服了，有2套是拿不了的。我们围绕着这身衣服看看，换了个背心儿啊，好像衬衫也换了，然后背心没有系上，是拉开的，也算是宣示这会儿的约翰是相对放松的状态了。
Howdy, Paul.
Are you ready? Let's haul out.
咱们牧场没牛了，之前波你说过，完事后能来他这边买点牛，于是约翰就跟着杰克一起过去了。未来这几期，约翰这边主线任务会是相对放松的状态。
How you feeling, Jack?
I'm feeling fine, sir.
We got a decent ride ahead of us.
I've never been to Hennigan's Stead. How do you know these ranchers?
I met them while I was away. McFarland's are good people. We need folks we can trust right now. I was sick and they looked after me.
Sick how?
You sure got a lot of questions.
I don't often get a chance to ask them. Was it a gentleman's complaint? What do they call it? The morning drip?
Good God, boy, no! Where do you learn these things?
Uncle told me about it.
Well, he'd know, the dirty old fool. No, I just got weak for a while. Acted foolishly, got in trouble. Guess I was a little out of practice.
约翰这会儿简述了一下他去找比尔时的经历。
Hey, Paul!
What?
Where were you all that time? Where'd you go?
What'd your mother tell you?
She said it was some kind of important government business.
That's about right. Some people thought I owed them some favor.
Why did they take us away?
They thought it wasn't safe for you here by yourself. Those men harm you?
No, they're okay. Some of them even told me stories. I think I'd like to be a government man one day. Or a politician.
I'd rather you chose an honest profession.
Like you mean?
I know I ain't been the best father, Jack. I made some bad choices. But all that life, it's over now.
约翰尽量有一种比较温和的方式向杰克讲述他遇到的事情。
Paul, was it something to do with Mr. Dutch and Bill? Why you went away?
Who told you that?
I kept hearing people say their names. That's all.
Yeah, I caught up with Bill and Dutch. We had some old business needed settling.
Where are they now?
They're gone, son. We won't be seeing them again.
They were angry at you, weren't they? That's why we had to leave.
They was just good men who turned bad. I'll explain it to you one day.
And what does that make you?
I guess I'm a bad man who tried to be a good father. I don't know. Every man has a right to change. A chance of forgiveness. Ain't that what the good book says?
You've never read me the good book, sir.
Well, I imagine that's what it says.
整体上这一段的节奏有点像刚开始遇到波尼的时候，不过比那会儿节奏处理的好
You
多了。
ready to learn about herding cattle?
I've never seen you hurt anything, Paul. Apart from the odd pack of drugs.
The McFarlands were good to me, and I helped them out in return. I learned a few things along the way. Wait till you see their ranch. What ours will be one day.
Soon it'll just be factories and businesses around here.
You shouldn't believe everything you read.
I was thinking, maybe I might be a businessman.
There's the ranch. Come on, let's see if we can find Mr. McFarland.
杰克现在也算是畅想未来，啥都想整。
you go.
John Marston. Now, there's a face I thought I'd never see again. Some of our public servants in Blackwater sent you back on another homicidal errand to protect and save us from Lord only knows what.
Thankfully not, sir. I was hoping you might still be able to sell me some cattle.
My boy, it would be a pleasure. Bonnie's out in the crowd now. She'll be more than happy to help you.
Take care now, Mr. McFarland. Good luck.
麦克法兰先是一惊，然后发现约翰是过来买牛的，对他就温和多了。
You're gonna have an important job. I want you to lead the herd while I drive them from the back. Keep us all moving in the right direction.
Sure, Paul. I can do that, no problem.
好久不见。
Lord, do my eyes deceive me? A devil walks among us.
I said I'd be back when this was all over, Miss McFarland. After the barn fire, you remember?
Of course I remember. I just didn't believe a word of it. So, you've come for some cattle?
Yeah, I'm finally starting up my farm again. Or trying to, at least.
You'll be fine. You've been taught well. Come on, then.
不是你这段配音让我感觉很熟悉。蝙蝠侠卡姆里边的那个哈利是不是他配的？这尾音有点像。这赶牛算是个怎么说呢？慢活，没啥意思。一直不停的按吹哨键。
Good luck, John. Come back and see us sometime.
So, what happened? Last I heard you were headed for some exotic escapade in Mexico.
It's a long story. Too long to tell without a drink in my hand.
Back to the riddles, I see. And Mr. Williamson?
Move on! Move on!
来吧，把牛给弄散了。
Yeah! Say hello to Miss McFarland, Jack! Come on, easy up now. Yeah! Come on! Let's go!
How's your wife?
She's well, I think. We haven't had much time to talk yet.
Well, I'm glad you're back together again.
这牛不跟指挥，
We've all been through a lot. Yeah.
这牛不听指挥，
Come on!
往铁路上跑。
Stay together, you dumb animals!
We're surviving. It hasn't gotten any easier.
If you're still struggling, there's not much hope for me.
哎，别怼树上了。
No stopping. Let's go.
哎呀，
Move. Let's go.
这一下得散好多。哎，果然，这一圈都散
Get
了。
a move on. Get going.
不过好在，只要这个
Keep it moving.
深蓝色的点儿变成浅蓝色，它就直接好了，它就直接自己归这个
Come.
牛群里了。
Whoa. Move it. Move. Come on. Move it up.
这牛对路线有自己的认知。
Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Move. Move. Come on.
好，这次往右边点儿，
Move on. Move on.
从靠右的方向
Let's go.
往前指引。
Come on. Come on.
走到前面，波尼应该就会停下了。
Looks like you got him under control. I best get back to Paul.
Nice to see you again, Miss McFarland. And thanks for
Call me
everything.
Bonnie, you don't.
Stay together, you dumb animals. Jack, we need to move them across the river.
好的，接下来就好整点了。
No stopping. Let's go.
目前来说是没有啥危险
Let's
的
go.
啊，但是把枪准备
Let's
好，
move here, my four-legged friends.
因为啥不？之前杰克说过，这边
Move on.
偷牛的比较多，一会儿咱们就能遇见。
Go.
哇，水！
Doing a good job, son. Just lead them straight up the hill towards home.
Will do, Paul.
Get going. Come on. Keep it moving. Move it. Move. Come on. Move it up. Come on.
哎妈，又给引到山坡上了。
Move. Yeah. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Move, move. Hey. Forward. Let's go. Move on, move on. Come on. Slow up. Let's go. Whoa.
这牛往前前进的时候，这个声音就跟几十辆马车的声音
This
似
don't
的。
look right.
好，偷猎者来了，
Stay back, son.
偷牛的来了，等你们好久了，太没意思了。来，我给各位报个脑花。
You know you're gonna die, right?
这帮人很少，
I think that's all of them. Jack, wait there, I'm coming. You all right? You're not hurt, are you?
No, I'm fine. I'm fine. I wasn't scared, honest.
Sorry you had to see that, son. Those men won't be stealing from anybody else.
偷马
All right.
牛还偷到
Round
我
up
头上了
stragglers。and get moving. Come on. Jack, head left up the road towards home.
I know where I'm going, Paul.
这次牛没受
Stay together,
惊，
you dumb animals.
这是我没想到的。
Come on.
也可能是打得快吧，要打得慢的话，估计
Move, let's go.
就会离群一些。
Let's move here, my four-legged friends. Get a move on. Get going. Come on. Let's go.
这还脱离了一个，没事儿，喊他一句，他一会儿就能跟上来。
Move. Come on.
不能怼树上，一怼树上就会跑几
Move
只
it。up. Move. Yeah.
哎呀，这下肯定又得跑，
Come on.
啊，
Let's
没
go.
跑
Let's go.
那可能是这棵树小。
Move.
哎，已经看到比车之院的门了啊！快了，快了，就到地方了。
All right. Now lead them into the pen. Move on. Move on. Come on. Let's go. Come on.
There you go.
比车之院这一块占地面积确实还不小，啊，不比波涅的
Nice,
强。
son.
We made it.
Did real good out there. Go
虽然
on.
不如波涅
Get
强，
your
但
horse
确实
away from
好
me。by the stable. That's a fine herd we got ourselves. Yep, I guess we did a good job, son. Nice shooting.
Thanks, Paul.
Make a rancher of you yet.
一枪没开，说他打得好。当然，让自己儿子作战不现实啊！看我们这边又增加了一个新的农场主服装，就是现在约翰穿的这身。目前阶段应该是没法换衣服的。咱们来参观一下比彻之院。首先是这个牧场，不大不小，刚刚好。在那个 DLC 叫《亡灵魅影》啊，反正就是那个打僵尸的那个 DLC 里边，约翰我记得就是在2楼这个地方驻扎了一个临时营地。这边就是刚刚我们买来的牛，自己的牛不舍得杀啊。右边这个就是谷仓，当然是不能进的。最重要的就是这个比彻之院的房子，其实我感觉挺大的一个地方的，我们进去看看。哎，直接进任务了，可还行。
What you cooking?
Same thing I've been cooking the past 15 years with the hope of poisoning you.
Ain't working so well.
Not yet.
To be honest, though, tastes bad enough to kill a man.
I never was much of a cook, but I did try to be a good wife.
And you have been.
Given what we was and what we came from, I think we've gone and done okay. I look at Jack, I look at him, and I think we've been blessed. Maybe he can be something more.
He's a good kid. He can be whatever he wants to be. He ain't gonna be no frontier gunslinger killing and running those gang, though. That way's over. Railroads and government and motor cars and everything gone and done away with all that.
And he ain't gonna marry no orphaned working girl running with a bunch of hucksters, neither.
If he meets one like you, I hope he'll marry her.
Stop. For an illiterate gunslinger, you sure know how to make a girl blush. God damn crows! John! You have got to go deal with them. They've broken into the silo again and are eating all the corn out from it.
Of course, my angel.
Get out of there.
All right, all right.
Come on. Scat. Shh.
老婆发话了，这拿的啥呀？这打乌鸦，很简单，拿这个连发步枪使劲胡拉就行，管他打得住打不住，打一会儿这乌鸦就自己跑了。建议是尽量多打点儿，这乌鸦羽毛能卖一些钱的。总之，受益的永远是自己，非得让我用标记。别吃我家的粮食，你去吃罗斯家的。
Now about that stew.
都给我听好，别吃我家的，要吃就吃罗斯家的，把他家的粮仓都给啃完，给我啃完。很好，咱们的粮仓补上，保住了。现在重新去参观一下比彻之愿。哎，大叔，看能不能互动。哎，不行，按 B 键没有反应。按 B 键他不会说话，约翰也没法跟他打招呼，那这就没啥意思了。艾比盖尔还在这边煮饭，约翰家的房子还有2层，还有一个箱子。估计也是20来块，果然。这里就是约翰家的客厅，这个估计就是大叔住的位置。哼，跟装那个啥东西啊？这就是杰克的那个房间。主线任务都做完以后，比彻之愿是会有2个房产位置，一个是约翰的，一个是杰克的。最后我们来看看约翰自己的房间，这床是真大。同样有补子弹的位置，挺豪华的，尤其是还专门在卧室的位置有个火炉，这冬天冻不着。哇，约翰要能一直过这种生活多好。好的，我们接着来做任务，来做艾比盖尔点的任务。
John.We got a telegram from some lady friend of yours, a Bonnie something or other. Something you ain't telling me?
Bonnie McFarland. She's a friend. Saved my life when I went after Bill and nearly got myself killed again.
Oh, and now you two's in the habit of sending each other letters. How very nice.
好家伙，
Weren't nothing like that. What's it say?
修
I
罗
don't know.
场，
I can't.
修罗
Well, you know I
场，
can't read.
Give it here.
你能在阿星的游戏里边看到修罗场？
You read that thing out loud.
I ain't hiding nothing.
艾比盖尔不识字儿，所
Dear
以得
Mr.
让约
Marston,
翰来。
stop. Need corn sacks. Stop. Emergency. Stop. Weevils and moths ate entire county supply. Stop. Can you help? Not exactly the most romantic request, now is it?
I guess not. She saved your life, you say?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, then you're gonna have to help
这
her and
把
her
女
family
士
out.
翻译成妈妈可
We've
还
got a
行。
plentiful supply of corn sacks over near the silo. About the one thing Uncle didn't manage to have stolen while we was gone.
Okay.
Hurry back, John. And John, what's she like?
You know. A little bit like you, I guess. She's a woman in a man's world.
可以看出来，艾比盖尔还是挺复杂的。他先是认为一看到有女性朋友给约翰来信，
John, wait!
表示的比较嫉
I
妒
changed my mind. I'm coming with you.
或者吃醋，
What are you waiting for?
但是一听说波尼那边有点困难，他立马把自己之前
I
谷
don't
仓里
think I
边
can
那些
let you
粮
go
食给
off
拿
again
出来了。
without me.
Fair enough. I'm glad of the company. You only had to ask.
Ask? I was waiting for you to ask me.
I thought you'd want to keep an eye on the boy.
Oh, while you were off cavorting with cowgirls in the next county? I don't think so, John Marston. You only just got home. That Jack's seen enough of me for a lifetime.
艾比盖尔怎么说
Is
呢？
she married? Miss Bonnie McFarland?
No,
What does she look like?
I don't know. Pretty normal, I suppose.
Normal? What? Normal like me?
No, normal as in 2 eyes, a mouth, nose, that kind of normal. Besides, ain't no woman fine as you.
A little flattery. Now we're finally getting somewhere.
If you find yourself in a hole, the first thing to do is stop digging.
Another pearl of wisdom from John Marston. I sure do miss those.
I never took you for the jealous type, Abigail.
I ain't jealous so much as curious.
You heard what she wrote. It's just some corn. She saved my life, and she was decent enough to me, so I owe her this much at least.
艾比盖尔怎么说呢？这个
How
人
did she save your life anyway?
She found me half dead on the side of the road and took me to the doctor. Most folks would have left me there.
Half dead from what?
Bill didn't take so kindly to me visiting unannounced.
Bill never did like surprises. How was he?
Same as he was when we left. Angry and dumb. Taking his revenge out on the world. People down there was really scared of him.
Of Bill? You gotta be kidding me. He was only frightening if he was afraid of dumb fools.
Bill weren't so bad, but when Dutch went crazy, Bill took it hard.
For a while, we all thought we'd found something right. Better way to live, but it was just a lie. Oh, you saw it before they did.
Maybe. But they was still kind of a family.
A family that left you for dead. You knew the truth, John, and they hated you for it.
艾比盖尔怎么说呢？这个人挺真实的。
Who?
Those government bastards. Where did they hold you and Jack?
I ain't sure. They kept their eyes covered there and back. Can't have been too far from here, though.
They treat you right?
It ain't the first time I've had a gun to my head, John. You're forgetting your marriage proposal.
Very funny.
No, they learned pretty quick what would happen if they laid a finger on me.
Sons of bitches.
It wasn't them or being there. I didn't care about that. I've been in far worse situations.
哎呀，这帮人真的说了一路。
Kane, thank you so much. We lost the entire harvest.
Miss McFarland, I'd like you to meet my wife, Abigail.
Oh, ain't you quite the gentleman all of a sudden? It's a pleasure to meet you, Mrs. Marston.
Likewise. Thank you for saving my husband's life. And for teaching the miserable goat some manners, among other things.
I didn't teach him anything. I know better than to try to change a man. You should meet my father.
Oh, people can change, Miss McFarland. John and I have to believe that more than anybody.
This is a decent first harvest for you, John. You should be proud.
That's good land you got there.
确实，各种意义上的。
How are you feeling, Mrs. Marston? From what your husband told me, it must have been awful for you.
I've been through worse, and I knew he'd be back before too long. He can't cook a meal to save his life.
Abigail, in my darkest hours, when I was most homesick, just the thought of one of your rat meat stews kept me pushing forward.
Well, about as amusing as a weeping saddle sore, ain't he, Mr. Farland? If you're gonna start yammering about women's work, John, I'd say you might be in the wrong company.
I'd say so, too.
I never felt so outnumbered.
"活久见了，在2星游戏里边见到修罗场了。输的还真是个黄毛。果然 B 站10大定律永不过时。
So that was the famous Bonnie.
That was her, all right.
She's pretty.
She's normal, like I said.
Well, you always wanted to be a rancher. I'd have thought she'd be just your thing. The perfect rancher's wife, if I ever saw one.
I already got a rancher's wife.
I'm only teasing. I like her, and I'm glad she saved your life. Most of the time, anyway.
The McFarlands are good people.
She did blush redder than a shepherd's sunset when she saw you, though.
I have that effect on women.
You clearly had one too many blows to the head.
You ain't wrong about that, Mrs. Marston.
这次终于安一队了。
That's quite a ranch they got there.
That'll be us someday. As soon as we get back on our feet.
I don't know, John. How many times can we start again? An outlaw and a working girl. We ain't exactly farmers.
We are now. Forget that life. It's over.
Do you really believe that?
We have to. It's the only way we'll ever have a future.
The life we led, that doesn't go away. It's never over. You think those government men are just gonna leave us alone now?
The old gang's dead. I did what they asked.
And that's it? A life of crime forgiven?
We're back together, ain't we?
Until they decide you owe them something else.
Sometimes I think I was the stupid one for believing I could get out.
That's
Maybe
a lot.
Dutch, Bill, and Javier were just being honest with themselves.
You ain't perfect, John, and I sure ain't. But you're better than they are, than they were. I think we should keep going, John.
Maybe we can't change, but we gotta try, for Jack's sake. Even if we have to start again 100 times. It's better than going back to what we were. How's Jack doing?
Angry, upset. He's been through a lot.
I hope he's gonna be all right.
It's gonna take time. For a while, his world was safe, normal even. Then it got turned upside down again.
He ain't saying much about it.
I've tried to talk to him, but how do you explain any of it? What do you say when he asks about Uncle Bill and Uncle Dutch? They were family when he was a little boy.
He hides away in those books of his.
Wouldn't you? It ain't like the real world's done him many favors. He's just been kidnapped. He grew up with the gang. That's no life for a boy.
We did our best to protect him.
Come on, John. He saw things no boy should see.
Well, now we got a chance to make it right.
约翰和艾比盖尔都在尽力挽回杰克破碎的童年。
We did good today, John. I guess I better go fix us something to eat.
这样的生活应该能持续很久吧？安然无恙，平平淡淡，平平淡淡才是真。 忽然发现比彻之愿附近多了一个问号，这个也是一个陌生人任务。这个陌生人任务的发起者咱们也认识，老朋友了。来，看到吗？之前那个高礼貌男。他正对着比彻之愿。
Ain't this a beautiful spot?
Sure. What are you doing here?
My accounts. I'm an accountant.
Is that so?
In a way.
What's your name?
You know, it's the darndest thing. I can't remember.
Tell me your damn name and where you know me from.
Well, I know you from Mexico. I know you from back out west. I know you from all over.
Tell me your name or I won't be responsible for my actions.
Oh, but you will. You will be responsible. This is a fine spot. See you around, cowboy.
Damn you!
Yes, many have.
好家伙，打不中他。这个其实刚到黑水镇就能接这个任务了，我打算把它放在这儿。那么本期视频就先这样，我们下期视频再见，各位观众朋友们，我们下期视频拜拜喽，拜拜。